It was the single best payment justification I have ever seen. I have gotten more feedback from salespeople, sales managers, finance managers from around the country, actually from around the world. It said this one technique has made them more money than anything else I've ever taught. So, we've got a $47,000 vehicle. Okay? Well, we're trying to close me at 746?
I think so.
Okay. Trying to close me at 746 at 84 months. Now, I can make that payment, but I don't want to. Does that happen? Yeah. There may even be a psychological barrier here. I've probably never had a payment over $500 or $600. Now it's 746. I can't do that, but I can live with 700. So I bought cars before. I know how this works. I'm going to push back, and the salesman's going to get up and go get me a lower payment, or they're going to do exactly what Troy did. Troy did a very nice job. Hey, it's mathematics. Okay, put down more cash, payment goes down. But I said, I don't have any more cash. Then he said, I don't know where else to go. And then Dwayne, get another car, you cheap son of a bitch. Why didn't you just headbutt me, okay? So.
I was looking for a reaction.
You got one. I got a kick out of it. So, you're the customer. Say, Steve, I don't want it. Say, I need a lower payment, so I need to be around 700.
We gotta get that payment down, Steve. I was trying to be more around 700.
I hear you, Ryan. What you're telling me is you don't want to make the 746 payment. You could, you just don't want to, correct?
It's possible, yeah.
Okay, I don't blame you a bit. Look, what I'm going to say next is going to sound a little bit crazy, but it's absolutely the truth. You're not going to pay $746 a month to drive this vehicle. Now, that having been said, what you will do is you will write a check for $746, you will make it out to a lender, and you will sign it, and you will send it to the lender. Ryan, you think that lender's going to keep all that money, don't you? Yeah. Lender doesn't keep all the money. All right? Look, everybody knows this fine Ford Explorer is going to depreciate, right? Just doesn't depreciate as fast as it used to. But what everybody doesn't know is that every time you stroke a check for a car or a truck payment, there's a savings element to it. Part of that money is coming back to you. Has anyone ever showed this to you before? Okay? Look, here's what happens. You write a check for $746. You do it 84 times. On that 84th time, what comes back to you in the mail a couple weeks later? The title comes back to you. Except it's a special title. Right now that title's got our name on it and a lender's name on it. When you take delivery today, it's going to have your name on it and a lender's name on it. But when it comes back to you after that 84th payment, it's only going to have one name on it. It's called free and clear. All right? Now, the question I've got for you is if you drive this Explorer like you intend to, you don't do anything special, but you don't crash it and you don't trash it, what do you think it'll be worth after you've made that 84th payment? 25 grand. Ryan, you got a phone on you? Divide 25,000 by 84.
$297.62.
Ryan, do you know what that $298 represents?
How much of my monthly payments going towards my title?
On the way to the lender, metaphorically speaking, $298 is flowing straight back to your title. Take 746 and subtract 298.
Mental math was never my strong suit. 448.
440?
448.
Look, you're gonna pay $746 to own it, you're gonna pay $448 to drive it, okay? This is your net payment.
Like an
I need your
engineer right
okay,
there.
I need your okay by that payment, and I need your okay right down here. What's easier to say yes to? 746 or 448? All right, is this mathematically correct?
Yes.
Is it the truth?
Yes.
It's the absolute truth. Who's got a car payment in here? What's your car payment?
548.
How much was your car when you bought it new?
What?
How much was your car when you bought it new?
I don't remember. 17.
700.
Does anyone remember what they paid?
33.
Say again? 33? So it's $33,000. Okay? And your payment's $548. How long did you finance it for?
72 months.
Okay. How old is it?
6 years old.
So you're almost done paying for it.
Oh, I didn't buy it new.
The plot
All right. This is even better. This looks better on a used vehicle than it does a new vehicle because of depreciation factors, okay? So, you financed it for 72 months. You paid $33,000. After your 72nd payment, which will be when?
Next couple of years.
Next couple of years. When you made that last payment, what do you think that vehicle's gonna be worth?
I have no idea.
15 grand.
Yeah.
Make note, never, ever, ever role play with him again.
Hey, I give you one. You want one?
He's got a good
I got one. I bought one 3 weeks ago.
Hold on. Okay, what'd you pay for it?
75,000.
What's your monthly?
1,090.
What's your term?
84.
Okay? When you make that 84th payment of $1,090, which you're sending to a lender every single month, when you make that 84th payment, what do you think that $75,000 vehicle is going to be worth?
30.
So when the title comes back, you got a free and clear title that's worth $30,000, correct?
Correct.
Divide 30,000 by 84.
$357.
So every time you make that $1,090 payment, $357 flowing back right to your title, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that would make your net payment what?
Yeah.
743.
That's what you pay to drive it. That's what you pay to own it. What's easier to say yes to, 1090 or 743?
743.
Now, when will this not work?
If you meet.
Say again?
Cash buyer. Not on the right vehicle.
Pay again.
If you're not on the right vehicle.
If he can't make the 1090, which obviously he can, or in this case, if they couldn't make the gross payment check of 746, it's not going to work.
And like most.
Then we gotta go to Dwayne. Get another card, dickhead.
And Steve, you're not gonna keep it that long anyway. You're gonna come back and see me in a couple of years.
And if you do that, you could. I mean, it's the mathematics change just a bit.
Yeah.
Look, the mathematics here are really, really simple. Okay, what do you think it'll be worth? Divide it by what? The term of the loan, subtract it from the payment, and that gives you your net payment or cost to drive. What makes this work is the story. Jason, you know vehicles will depreciate, right? Did you know there's a savings element to every car payment you make? I do now. Put him on the no roll call, okay? All right, and then say, look, let me show you how this works. True story. This is about 4 or 5 years ago. It's December. I'm working as a closer in a friend of mine's dealership, and there's a couple who they're stuck. The payment's $505 on a new key, and they've never had a payment over $500. 2 attorneys, man and a wife, and they can't say yes. So I go in, I do this with them, and they hook. About 30 minutes later, I go back into the customer lounge to check out a football score, and they're back there waiting for F&I. And they've got a yellow pad of paper out, and they're putting all these numbers on it. The guy calls me over. I go, shit. I go over, and these are the 2 happiest people I've ever seen. They have taken every installment loan they have and applied this formula to it. And the guy looks at me and goes, Steve, our house payment is a negative number because of the appreciating home. So it made I think it made their December, certainly made their Christmas. I've done this with hundreds of customers. Does it work every single time? Absolutely not, okay? I've had people look at me and go, nice try, pal. I ain't paying but this much. And I've had more people say, I can't make the gross payment. You know, because I'm not meeting these people at meet and greet. I'm catching them at the end when nobody else can get it closed. And then I got to do the Dwayne kinder, gentler manner. If you can learn, not if you can, you certainly can. All right, this math is, don't you? Well, shit, we can do it then. It's division and subtraction. Divide the ending value by the term, subtract that from the gross payment. There's your net payment or cost to drive. The big payment is what it costs to own. At the end, the customer's got no payment at all, right? Free and clear title, and a paid-for asset. The car doesn't turn to dust when they make the last payment. I'm sure some customers' cars do, but most don't. This is just another way to make it easier for the customer to say yes. Did you hand out those things?
I sure did, Steve.
Okay, you've got the written version of it. When I send you these videos, if you go onto my site, you can find me doing this 15 or 20 different ways.